الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء وعلى إمام المرسلين سيدنا ومولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Fathers, mothers, religious people who are gathered here, our resource persons, and our hosts. I want to say peace and blessing of God be upon each and every one of us. Amen. And on behalf of the AL-HABIBIYYAH Islamic Society, I want to welcome us to this special meeting or special interaction that has been different from all what we used to do before. It's extremely different from what we used to do before. And as my Oga has been saying, the comrade himself, it's about giving. It's about sustainable and structured giving. Then what do we mean? The tonnage is becoming too much. What exactly are we talking about, or why are we here? If you notice, you discover that those of us in this country, what we love most is giving. I don't know whether you know that. If you have ever traveled out of the country, you see that the moment beggars or those who are asking, they see you as a Nigerian, they will come and meet you. Especially those of us who used to frequent Saudi Arabia, the moment they see, they know our address. Yes. The moment they see you see somebody who will be talking to you gently. At the end of the day, you want to say, give me something. Why are we so generous and we are so poor? We are so generous, but we are so poor. Our generosity was not structured. Yet, we believe that we are poor. We believe that we don't have, especially at the organizational level, we believe that we don't have. But if we look at what we are doing, we discover that we actually have so much. But unfortunately, we've not known how to structure it in such a way that it will be sustainable, that it will also be structured, and it will be perpetual. That is what the challenges which we are facing. Secondly, we used to have a lot of support from international organizations, especially our Christian brothers. I don't know. We the Muslims were poor, we are not intelligent, I'm sorry, as you, when it comes to source for funding outside Nigeria. The only source of money we know is from Saudi Arabia. And since September 11th, that money is no more coming in the way it used to come. So don't be surprised that I'm talking like this. And there's something many of our pastors don't even know. Nobody used to pay us the imam salary. Nobody used to pay us salary. I don't know whether you are aware of that. Many of us might not be aware. Nobody is paying us. I'm one of the people that can say it authoritatively because my father was an imam, his father was an imam, his own father too was an imam. So we are the fourth generation of imam in my family. So I can tell you authoritatively that and I can tell you authoritatively that nobody pays us. We don't have salary like you. But notwithstanding, the funding that used to come from abroad has also reduced. I don't know if you are getting it now. Are you aware that funding is reduced? Yes. But what we have discovered is that if we are organized, if we are structured, believe me, other people will come and we will be sending money to them. Yeah. We all agree. I'm happy. We have come here this morning when we are planning Kaduna program. I told my people, I said, I'm only looking for one man. If that man agreed to come, even me myself, if I don't come, I'm comfortable. There's this man you see here in blue, Dr. Lukman don't know. When it comes to NGO in this country, when it comes to funding that comes from abroad, with all humility, he has hands in more than 90% of the funding that comes to Nigeria. It's not his money, but if you have any money, you will consult him on how do I go about this money. So he will be giving you first-hand information about the money that comes to Nigeria and about where those money are no more there. When we are planning this, we are thinking about this. We are lucky, an international organization called MacArthur Foundation. In Nigeria, in the last 5 years or 6 years, they sponsor not less than 200 organizations. But last year, we are the only one that was being sponsored. Those people that used to sponsor like 300, 200 organizations, and they give about millions of dollars to support organizations to do a lot of things. This 2005 and 2004, I think that they have ended 2004, 2024. And up to today, they've not given anybody $1. And they're one of the best organizations that used to support. But the question now is, are we going to continue to be beggars? Can't we look inward to do something for ourselves? Many of us, what I will be doing this morning, if you look at 10:46 to 10:55, and you want to talk, and look at 11:26 to 12:06, I'm also to present. So I will marry the two together so that I will not waste our time. So do we continue this way? That the churches that used to give a lot of scholarship, many of them will not afford it again. I don't know whether it's true.
Yes, sir. It's true.
It's true. Yes, there are so many humanitarian work that they used to do, it has been drastically reduced. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, if we notice that those things are now becoming problem day in, day out. But the question now is, do we continue this way? Do we continue this way without knowing what to do? But you will not believe it. The money you are spending on humanitarian things and support is more than what you are spending before, but you did not know. Somebody will just go to church, Pastor, I don't have transport money, take 10,000. Pastor, my son is due to take 2,000. Pastor, I'm going to take 3,000. And you are giving them so many other programs while you are feeding. But you still believe you don't have. These are the things we see every day. And poverty does not know religion.
Yes, sir.
Hunger does not recognize religion.
Yes, sir.
So, and that is why we have tried to do it together. If Yoruba ni Ayoje Odo, Beniko Bani, that I cannot be my friend. You cannot be my friend if you are the only one that has me, I don't have. If I greet you today, tomorrow, I will be backbiting you next tomorrow. So, the real peace of the community is the prosperity of that community. If you see people who don't fight, who don't quarrel, there are people who have money. People who are poor, it's very easy to fight. Very, very easy to fight. And the same thing, when there is so much money, so much opportunities, you will see fights every day. Do you know why there is going to be fights every day? Injustice. Now, what do we now do to change the narratives? And that is the essence of faith and philanthropy. That's what we have come to do here. Can we use our religious text? Can we use our religious teaching? Can we use our religious strength to mobilize funds to support ourselves in a very structured manner, in such a way that it will work, even when we are no more there? Because we are not structured, let me give you an example of problems we have been facing in this country. Have you been hearing of cargo airline? Where are they today? What about Shashangi Airline? Where are they today? What about Abiola Bookshop? At Concord? Are you ever hearing anything about them? In the mean, you know in the mean is, you know his company. Are we hearing anything about them again? Do you know the reason why? Because all these people I mentioned, they are one of the richest Nigerians we had, one. They are one of the most generous Nigerians that we had. But today, they have died with everything which they had. They died. Do you know the reason? Their giving was not structured. That is just it. Their giving was not structured. Yes. If they had been structured, by now their names supposed to go. Have you ever seen a business in Nigeria that their parents did and the children agree and the great grandchildren are still doing it? Have you ever seen any one business like that in Nigeria? He's still alive. He started his own business. He's not his own. He's not. He doesn't follow his take over his father's business. Now let me tell you, the man that gave us this small money, MacArthur Foundation. The person that bears MacArthur died in 1978. The person that is bearing this name, he was the second richest American person as at the time he died in 1978. When he died, he left $4 billion US. He now set up a foundation, an endowment foundation. He called some of his friends. He said, please, I have money. Decide how you are going to spend this money, and my name will not die. He brought them together. He gave them all the money. When he gave them all the money, his business did not die. As of today, that 4 billion is more than 8 billion naira. And they have helped more than 1 billion people in more than 70 countries in the world. As at the time they died, that man died, we have many Nigerians who are richer than him and stay. I consciously brought MacArthur because he's a Christian, so that we know what I'm talking about. It's not about religion per se. It's not about Islam per se. It's about all of us. It's about all of us. So when we are coming, I told people, I said, people will say, these AL-HABIBIYYAH people, they are come with another thing again. Many of you have been inviting you to our programs. The other time we were talking about corruption. You remember? Yes. We also spoke about peace, self-reliance. We talked about self-reliance, empowerment. How can religious leaders be empowered so that we're able to say the truth? And we thank God. One of our successes during that program is that there are some imams that the moment you hear their name, people say, oh, those people, they are evil. It's just your money they are looking for. Many of them today, we have trained them in such a way that they now have their own business. They are funding organizations from their own pockets. I can say it with gratitude to God, with pride. Some mosques in Lagos, almost all of them now, they are not rich, but they are not poor because they have access to funding from their mosques based on our training. We don't do just programs because we want to let my people eat. No. We are conscious of what do we intend to gain. What are the things we intend to change before we start? With gratitude to God, when we did that, including Christian and Muslim, we did together. But by the special grace of God, we are one of the most successful organizations in charge as far as that program is concerned. intention in AL-HABIBIYYAH is for us to be able to live together, coexist together, and to be prosperous. When we get to God, God will choose the best among us. We are not the one to choose for God. So God has even told us in the Quran that those who believe, the Mu'min, the Christian, the Jews, and other religion, that's what we should be doing. That is the one who will separate you when you get to heaven. So why do I want to take the work of God and separate? God has told us in the Quran that it is that there's a place that God was even praising all of us. Who are the us? The Muslims. He said, "Inna ladina amanu wa nasara wa inna ladina amanu wa nasara al-hadi wa." There's another third one among us. No, don't worry. I will remember the verse very well because I have many things I wanted to say. Allah says the Muslims, the Christians, the Jews, and Asabiyun. This is what I want to remember. The English call them the Sabians. Allah says, La khawfun alayhim wa la hum yahzanun. He said the Muslim, the Christian, the Sabian, the Jew, he said they have no fear if they believe in God and do good work, and they will not be in pain. That's what my Quran teaches me. And that's why we do things together with every human being. Because we are not God. As only God can judge anybody. If it is God that will judge anybody, this life that we are living, we must live it peacefully and prosperously. Because when somebody is hungry, believe me, is your enemy. Whether you are Muslim, or Muslim, Christian, Muslim. If you are the only one that has, he doesn't have, you are just deceiving yourself. If you are preaching God to him and he's hungry, he will be laughing at you and say, "Ah, brother, who is deceiving you?" So now, why I digress like that, I want us to realize that we should be able to reason together. And when we reason together, how do we make things happen? For example, in the church, nothing stops you to register a very strong NGO on funds that all your members will be able to raise money. For example, I discussed with one man that worked with Caritas in Catholic. Do you have anybody from Catholic? Yes. Caritas, you know Caritas? Yeah. I know Caritas, then there's also Catholic Relief Services. You know, there are two organizations. They employ a consultant who raised money. He said during one of their needs, for one thing, they raised about 17 billion. And how did they raise it? Every Catholic member should pay 500 naira. Every Catholic member should pay 500 naira. And when you pay 500 naira, and all Catholic members worldwide, they donated about 500, and if you like, you can donate more. He said at the end of the day, they raised about 17 billion naira. That is what they call crowdfunding. So all the churches here can do it. You need to register a well-structured organization, and we can support you to do that. If you need to register it, if you need technical support to make this thing work, whether you are Muslim or Christian, because when you have an NGO that is functioning, if I call you and say my friend needs something, you will support us. In fact, you'll be proud to say you have supported the Muslim organization. Then you will not. You know, one thing is this: if I collect something from you, the two of us become friends. You that give me, you'll be happy you have given me. Me that collect, I'll be happy I've collected from you. So we won't be enemy again. So this is the thing why we have come here. And Alhamdulillah, I can tell you authoritatively that this man that is sitting, by the time he take microphone, you will not want him to stop. And I believe many of you will want to follow him to his house.
to guide you on how to go about this thing. So our intention, our hope, that when we leave this meeting today, we should be thinking, is this still working? We should be thinking of how do we raise funds from our churches, from our mosque, from our organization, in a very structured way that will have its own office, not part of the church money, but it is the church that will bring the money. It is the mosque that will bring the money. You'll be able to use it for so many things. What you are writing proposals to, you might end up being the one that will be writing proposal to come so that you can fund them. You don't know that you have it. Wallahi, we all have it. We all have it, but unfortunately, we are not. They were not structured. I don't know whether you are aware of one dam that was built in Ethiopia that was opened about a week ago. Are we aware of that dam? We don't even read. We don't even know what is happening in Africa. The dam is one of the largest dams in the world, not just in Africa. They wanted to build that dam since 1976 during Haile Selassie. You remember Haile Selassie, who was the president of Ethiopia then? They said they were too poor. World said they were too poor to build the dam, so they would not give them money. Then later, in 1995, they resuscitated it that they needed this thing is for electricity and dam and water. It has caused problem between Ethiopia and Egypt now. They are really fighting on it. Those of us who read geography when we are small, we've had no Nile. Many of us don't go to good school. No Nile. Good. No Nile, no Egypt. That dam was actually on River Nile in Ethiopia. So they now dam it, and the water now is about, I think, about 121 trillion. If you want to change to naira, how do they raise funds? This is where I'm going. Ethiopia, you can go and Google it. They did not borrow 1 naira from World Bank. They didn't borrow half penny. In fact, the entire money came from Ethiopia. Civil servant, they said they forfeited 1 month's salary. The children in school, they said their lunch money, they donated. Those who are selling, they said that's earning in a particular week, they donated to government. By the special grace of God, that dam is now working. You can never believe that such a thing will happen in Ethiopia. And let me come home. Are you aware of what they call sukuk bond? Many of us don't know what is called sukuk. You only know of it. You only heard of it. Do you know what is called sukuk? But you've heard of it. Sukuk bond is an Islamic tool to raise funds for projects. And when you raise funds through sukuk, you cannot steal it. That's why Nigerians are no more working on it. In fact, if Nigerians, because when you use sukuk just market. That's just the meaning. Sukuk is just market. That is the meaning of sukuk. It's just an Arabic something. When you raise money through sukuk, there is an inbuilt system that work must be completed. 1 naira must not be spent that is not for it. If you notice some road, they will say this is the end of sukuk 4. You will see the road is completed. They will say this is the beginning of sukuk 3. You will see that the work will not stop because of what it is. Do you know where that money comes from? About 3-4 months ago, federal government raised a bond sukuk of 300 billion naira. Are you aware? Do you know how much they got? They got about 1.3 trillion naira. About 175% increase above what they wanted to get. Do you know where the money comes from? Within us in Nigeria. From the Christian, from the Muslim, from the Igbo, from Yoruba, from Hausa. It is their money they put in there. They are able to raise 1.3 trillion naira. You can Google it and say, everything you are hearing from me, write it down and Google it. feel when you hear about this story? Wallahi, I can assure you, all of you, you have more opportunity to do more, but you do not know you have this strength. You didn't know that you have this power. You did not know that you can do it better. All what you need is structure it. How do you get the money? Who should be in charge? Register it with government. Monitor it well. And I assure you we can support you to do all this. It will be our pride for you to have this thing done. But if you don't do this, if you come to our mosque, I will encourage you people to come to our mosque. And if I talk, it's like I'm being personal aggrandizement. I will allow Dr. Lukman, who is one of us, he will talk more about our mosque. We have spent about 3.5 billion naira. I repeat, 3.5 billion naira in the mosque without begging anybody. You can Google it on your something, AL-HABIBIYYAH mosque, as I'm talking. Just Google it. If you have a live map, what do you call it map that you can see live something? What is the name of this app? Google Arts. Google Arts or Google Map. You just put AL-HABIBIYYAH in Guzafe, Abuja, you will see what I'm talking about. People are always asking, where are you people getting money? There is nobody that will have not. Almost every day, people always ask us, tell me, where are you people getting money? We are not too structured too, but with the support of people like Brother Lukman here, we were able to be more organized, but we are yet to be there. And with that, we are able to do things that many people have not been able to do. For example, we have a program we started in 2004. We used to feed people during the month of Ramadan. As at last Ramadan, we were feeding about 3,000 people. We were cooking about 10 bags of rice every day. And 90 Mohammed, how many crates of eggs?
No, it has written to 105.
105 crates of egg every day. Not in a month though.
Because outside the feeding mosques, we have other small NGOs for organizations that are appealing to us 100, 50, 100
every day. People ask, we spend at least 3.5 million naira every day, at least for 30 days, sometimes for 31 days. People ask, how do you people get money? I think it will be scratching your mind too. Talk through, you people, how do you get money? Some people gave us two different names. Some say it is America that is giving us money. Some say it is government that is giving us money. Some say it is some. Until when we get close to where we see that we don't know America, we don't know government, we don't know anybody. But the only thing we know is we are structured. Very, very structured. If you come there, you won't know who is working. You will just see food coming. You won't even know how it's happening. To the level that international media organizations, about 2 of them, they came to the market, said they want to follow us to the market. Where do we buy something? How do we buy? How do we preserve? They follow our people to the market. As they are buying, as they are pricing, they are recording. As they came back, as they started cooking, they followed them for a whole day. It was shown on Turkish TV. It was shown on Iranian TV. Because some people watch it on Iranian TV, they say it is Iran that is funding us. I'm not giving you the example of those who are organized, too organized. I'm giving us who are not too organized. And the little we are able to do. What I'm trying to let you know is that you can do better. That is all my points I want to raise. That you can do better if you are structured. I want to thank you for listening, and I want to appreciate all of us. That I want to say that this thing will be a very good place for us. Thank you so much.
for that transactional solution.